Hello, hope all is well. So we're going to start with lesson number 3.2, which is all about local business and brick and mortar strategies. So, I've done actually a lot of these campaigns, at least hundreds of thousands of profit again, because of it. And there are a lot of different ways to. There are a lot of different campaigns that you can run for local business, but the principles in generally are the same. The first principle is to make a very attractive offer to get their contact information to then turn them into a client by contacting them after they gave their information. And the second principle is that your service has to be very good, which is of course true for every business, but especially for local businesses it's very important, and I'll show you why with a few examples. So let's take a chiropractor. You can offer them a free consultation or a voucher with an adjustment and an X-ray for a discounted price. And once they gave these details for these offers, you can then call them and ask them when they'd like to book an appointment for it. But just getting them in ends up in them being a long-term client if they like the service, which ends up in the thousands of dollars of revenue when it comes to the lifetime value of the customer. But of course, this is not possible if the service is not great. You're just going to spend time on getting these leads in, but they're not going to convert into loyal customers, which is what you need for this funnel to work really nicely. So let's take another example, a hairdresser. You can offer them a 50% discount voucher, for example, for their first cut. If they take the voucher, you can then call them up to book their first appointment, or you, for example, send them an automated email sequence with the voucher if you cannot be bothered with calling them. You can even give them an extra discount if they call to book an appointment right away. Again, if people like your service, they can stay for years. Or let's take a tanning salon. You can also offer 50% discount or more and then call them to book an appointment. The trick is to find the sweet spot here. The higher the discount, the easier it is to get them, but the lower the quality of the lead and the more time it takes you when it comes to contacting them. You have to play a little bit with this. Or for a beauty salon, it could be a free consultation. For a real estate agency, you can offer a free house evaluation if they want to get sellers. For the free house valuation, you can then call them to make this happen after they gave their contact information. Or for a kitchen building business, a free quote can be offered, or even a free plan, a discount plus a free quote. Or for a roofing company, a free quote works great too. Same for bathroom construction companies. For a gym, you can offer a free month or less, up to you. For a yoga class, a free class for the first class. For a martial arts gym, a free first class also, or more if you think they'll be more committed if they go more than once. Or for therapy, a free consultation. For a pizza delivery company, you can offer a free first slice. For a dentist, you can offer a discounted teeth whitening. For a solar company, a free quota, free advice, consultation. It's just something about other strategies. Offers like ebooks or case studies or all other offers like that also work. Just think about what makes sense for you. If you prefer not to use any discounts or special offers, that can work as well. The better the value for the potential customer compared to their cost, the better the campaign will do. And what your potential clients value the most is something you probably know or need to find out, and you'll also learn along the way. With these examples I gave, I hope you get the point a little bit. It's pretty straightforward. You offer them something either very attractive, or it needs to be very attractive, either with a discount or something free or discount or without. And then you call them to make an appointment, generally speaking. Just some extra thoughts about all of this. You need to make sure that if you do these types of funnels for your local business, that you call the leads multiple times until they pick up the phone, like 3 times until they pick up, for example. Leaving voicemails doesn't work so well. You can call them, you can tell them that you're calling for their inquiry for whatever you offered in most cases, which depends on the offer, of course. You can then ask them how you can help or when they like to get booked in. But for sure, see what makes sense to you and what feels natural. The main focus here should be on helping people and not selling them. Nobody likes to get sold to, but people love to buy stuff when it comes to improving their life. I cannot express enough to try and contact them more than once if they don't pick up the phone if you have the time. To make it go extra smooth on the call, it helps also to give an incentive on a call to book an appointment right away, like offering something extra for free or with a discount if they book right away. And this also gives you more reason to call them and make it a nicer call for them, because otherwise it will seem a little bit more salesy. If you don't like giving discounts, free consults do well too, and sometimes going right away for a normal appointment can work as well, like I mentioned. Just make sure they have an incentive to give their contact information or make an appointment. An incentive can be a special offer or the actual value proposition you offer without a special offer. That focuses on simply improving their lives, which can be done without special offers also. But again, make sure to play with the offers and think about what makes sense for you. Just remember, the bigger their incentive is to sign up, the cheaper the leads will be. In general, I recommend advertising the most popular and profitable services as a local business. Some other tips. One thing with these types of funnels is that there will be some bottlenecks most of the time. And it can be in all kinds of different places, and it will be important to know exactly where. So for example, if you don't get any leads or very few, there might be something wrong with the offer, audience, or ad. Usually the offer and what problem you're solving for the potential customer is the most important factor. A bad offer cannot be fixed with a nice ad so easily. So stay a critical thinker here. If you do get leads but cannot get them on a call, you might have to ask extra questions in the form to make the quality of the leads better. Or you might want to change your offer. Or you might want to call them much faster. In general, the chance of a lead converting into a client is much, much higher if you call them within 15 minutes. Or if they pick up the phone, for example, but somehow they're not interested in making an appointment, you might want to do something about your sales call. Or if you find out the quality of the leads suck, you can add more filters into your ad copy or offer. This is something you'll figure out along the way as well. So one bottleneck, which is really important, one bottleneck in a funnel can have multiple reasons, and common sense here will fix that when the time is there. Something else about email marketing. Some businesses need an email sequence more than others. For example, for real estate businesses, an email sequence might be very handy because a lot of the times these leads will end up as clients much later compared to other local businesses. And then when they are ready to buy or pay for your service for the real estate business, they'll think of you because you kept on, sending them emails, and you'll be on top of their mind. I'm sure you can decide for yourself if an email sequence is important for you. Maybe you don't have the time, maybe you do. Maybe for some of the businesses it's a little bit odd, or think for yourself, is an email sequence important for me? Yeah, and the next lesson I'll go into the actual layout of the funnel and some of the pros and cons of the funnel.